It is being streamed.
Oh. You look great. Love the shoes.
All over the world.
I gotta go home and change.
Were you all down in the dinner?
No.
No, okay.
We were overlooking the dinner. We were watching.
Yeah, it was very
good.
nice.
We went to Sukkot.
Come on in, everybody. Welcome.
What did you say, 1 minute? 1 minute. 1
Chag
minute.
Sameach. Hi, Edward.
Chag
Chag
Sameach.
Cantor, Shochet.
Yes, thank you. All right, so we'll use this. Let's see, what is it in, Joe? What are you going to put it in?
Arc 1.
Arc 1?
It should be what?
Test 1.
That's absolutely. That's why we have the chairs up there.
So great. Okay.
Take your mask off.
We're ready to begin. Chag Sameach. So we're going to start with an easy song. Oh, you don't have the programs. That's interesting. There were no programs.
Oh.
We made programs with the words and everything.
But this is easy.
Okay.
Chag Sameach,
Chag
right?
Sameach.
I mean, we can do that. Yeah.
Let's try it. Chag Sameach, Chag Sameach, yai da 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 da. Chag Sameach, Chag Sameach, yai da 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 da. Shiru, 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 shiru. Chag Sameach, yai da 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 da. Shiru, 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 shiru. Chag Sameach, yai la 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 la. Again, Chag Sameach, Chag Sameach, yai la 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 la. Chag Sameach, Chag Sameach, yai la 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 la. Chag Sameach to you.
Chag Sameach to you, Cantor, Shochet, and Chag Sameach to everyone who's here with us and everybody who's watching at home. And one of the names you may know for Sukkot is Zaman Simchatenu, which means the time of our rejoicing. And here's a little factoid. You can use this for a phone a friend. It's the only festival that has the explicit command to rejoice and to be happy. So I don't know about you, but I am very happy to be here tonight. It's
after Yom Kippur, right, it feels good to
right, it feels very
let
good.
it all hang out.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful night. We have people sitting out on the patio near the sukkah. So we're just delighted that everybody is here with us. And we are about to kindle the festival lights, and I wanted to invite Randy Wallen, who is the co-chair of our inclusion committee, to kindle the lights.
And while Randy is coming up, I will tell the people at home that we're using our festival prayer book, so if you want to follow along, and I believe there should be a link to the festival prayer book on our website, so you can follow along. We are on page 384, everyone. Page 384 is the candle lighting. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel yom.
Lights open up our eyes to the joys in love, beauty that delights the eyes, freedom to be ourselves. the knowledge of Torah that shapes our moral being, the heritage of celebration that unites us as a people. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, for giving us life, sustaining us, and enabling us to reach this season.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Thank you so much.
We continue on page 389. Tonight, let our shelters be strung with the finest fruits of creation: love, fertility, prosperity, wisdom. Let us promise to feed the hungry. Let our harvest bring peace. And we continue on page 394 with the Baruch Hu. If you are comfortable in rising and able to rise, I invite you to do so.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach, hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Hamevorach, hamevorach le'olam va'ed.
Page 397. Please join me at the very bottom of the page. The colors of early evening sky blend and deepen, allowing new lights to be seen, twinkling through the branches, the promise that in darkness new light will be revealed. Page 398. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and on your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. We continue on page 402. Please join us in V'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech uv'shochtecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני
Elohechem. We continue on page 405. Hold fast to dreams. Please join me. For if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird which cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field covered with snow. Hold fast to dreams. We continue on page 406.
מי כמוך מאלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך רעו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים. זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We continue on page 408 with Hashkivenu, which is a beautiful prayer that asks God to watch over us, to protect us, to shelter us while we sleep. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'ha'amidenu shomrenu l'chaim. And please join us as we sing the next line that asks God to spread a sukkah, sukkot shlomecha, a sukkah of peace over us. Hit God's shelter of sukkah of peace over us.
Page 408. Ufros aleinu sukkot, sukkot shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukkot, sukkot shlomecha.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Blessed is the guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world.
Let's Baruch atah Adonai Hamorei Sukkot Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim Shalom, ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukkot shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
Page 410. V'yedaber Moshe et moedei Adonai el bnei Yisrael. And Moses declared the appointed festivals of Adonai to the people of Israel.
וידבר משה את מועדי אדוני אל בני Israel. And now we turn to page 468 for the tefillah, and I invite you to rise if you're comfortable. Page 468. Can you hear us okay out there on the... Okay, good, excellent. Let's join together. Adonai sefatai tiftahu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 470. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, Omevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezrat Sarah. And on page 472, we'll chant the Giver Road, and we're still singing the Morit Hatal line for one more week.
We are.
Next Monday night, we switch.
Yes, we do. Yep.
Ata Gibor Leolam Adonai, Michaye Hakol, Ata Rav Lehoshia, Morit Hatal. Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Gevurot, Umido melach, melech memit umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. On page 473, at the top reading, let's read that responsively. Your might, O God, renews the earth with dewdrops of light and blessing. Let the earth be illumined and blessed.
With dewdrops of joy and delight, let the earth rejoice and sing out.
With dewdrops of life and well-being, let the earth be revived and improved.
With dewdrops of redemption, let the earth be redeemed.
Together in the Hebrew, Livracha v'lo liklala, l'chaim v'lo lamavet, l'sova v'lo l'razon. For blessing and not for curse, for life and not death, for abundance and not want. Page 474, we chant together. Ata kadosh v'shimcha hakadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom, yehalelucha sela, baruch atah Adonai, hakadosh. And you may be seated. The middle section of the tefillah, called Kedushat Hayom, the holiness of the day, begins on page 478, and this has some special readings that we only say at the festivals. Normally, if this were Shabbat, this would be where we would sing Kadshenu, a prayer that reminds us to celebrate Shabbat. Because it's a festival, these prayers are elongated, so there's more of them. But it starts in the traditional chant on 478. Ata v'chartanu mikol ha'hamim, ahavta otanu v'ratzita banu, v'romametanu mikol halashonot, וקידשתנו במצוותיך, וקרבתנו מלכנו לעבודתך, בשמך הגדול והקדוש עלינו קראת. You have chosen us in love and favor by making us holy through your mitzvot and drawing us close to your service, that through us your great and holy name may become known in all the earth. Together, in your love, Adonai our God, you have given us feasts of gladness and seasons of joy, this festival of Sukkot, season of our thanksgiving, to unite in worship and recall the Exodus from Egypt. Page 480. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, ya'aleh v'yavo, v'yizacher zikronenu, v'zikron kol amcha beit Yisrael lefanecha, l'tova u'lechenu l'chesed u'lerachamim u'lechayim u'leshalom, beyom hag hasukot hazeh. Our God and God of our ancestors, be mindful of your people Israel, and recall our merit for good and peace, and in loving kindness and compassion for life and peace on this festival of Sukkot. Zochareinu Adonai Eloheinu bo l'tova. Amen. Ufokdeinu vo livracha. Amen. Vehoshienu vo l'chaim. Amen. Together, this day remember us for well-being. Amen. This day bless us with your nearness. Amen. This day help us to a fuller life. Amen. Page 482. Let's read together in the English. Bestow upon us the blessing of your holy festivals, and may we so celebrate them as to be worthy of your blessing. Our God and God of our ancestors, make us holy with your mitzvot, and let your Torah be our way of life. May our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. Satisfy us with your goodness, gladden us with your salvation, and purify our hearts to serve you in truth. Let your holy festivals remain our heritage, and let us celebrate them with joy, so that all Israel, hallowing your name, may have cause to rejoice. We praise you, Adonai, who sanctifies the house of Israel and the festivals. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh Yisrael v'hazmanim. Amen. And let's join together in our prayer of peace on page 488, Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon, lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol et uvechol sha'a bishlomecha. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. At the bottom of 489, responsively, you have called us to peace, for you are peace. Grant us the vision to realize these aims. Where there are ignorance and superstition,
Let there be enlightenment and knowledge.
Where there are prejudice and hatred, let there be acceptance and love. Where there are fear and suspicion, let there be confidence and trust. Where there are tyranny and oppression, let them be freedom and justice. Where there are poverty and disease, let there be prosperity and health. Where there are strife and discord, let there be harmony and peace. Together, Baruch Atah Adonai, Hamavarech et Amo Yisrael, Bashalom. A moment of our own silent prayers. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 It's that time.
It
when
is
we
that
get to
time.
do some waving.
I'm looking forward to it.
We're on page 571. We have the lulav here and the etrog. And we start with the etrog, the pitom, what do you call that in
The
English?
stem.
The stem.
The stem.
Down.
Yep.
And we hold it together, and we first do a blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu anatilat lulav. And then we turn it over, and we go to the right, to the left, to the right, back, front, up, down. Did you get that?
I did.
Got a little line
I'm
dance
going to
going
pass
here.
it around. How about if I do that?
Yeah, you're going to pass it around so that, and as a matter of fact, if you guys want to take this one, we're gonna actually, well, let's do the Shehechianu, and then we'll, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman chazeh. Amen. So left, right, back, front, up, down. Left, right, back, front, up, down. That's the way it works with everybody. Make sure that you can smell the etrog as it comes around to you. Make sure you keep the pitom safe so it doesn't break, the little stem on the etrog. And while you're all shaking this, you'll have plenty of turns to shake it. Feel free to, when you get it, to stand and shake. We will turn to the Hallel, which is 558 in your prayer book. And it's traditional to shake the lulav during Hallel, but we'll start with the blessing for Hallel. Can we take that down just a bit? Thank you. Baruch Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likro et Hallel. And now we're going to sing Hallel, the Hodu Ladonai Kitov from Psalm 118. The only time you don't shake during our singing of this is when we sing the word Adonai, when we sing God's name. You don't shake. All the other words you shake. Okay?
Got that, everybody? Okay.
The test at the end. Hodu Ladonai Kitov Ki leolam chasto Hodu Ladonai Kitov Ki leolam chasto Yomar na Yisrael Ki leolam chasto Hodu Ladonai Kitov Ki leolam chasto Yomeru na Beit Aharon Ki leolam chasto Hodu Ladonai Kitov Ki leolam chasto Yomeru na Yirei Adonai Ki leolam chasto Hodu Ladonai Kitov Ki leolam chasto. Okay.
Okay, everybody had
Everyone
a
get a
chance.
chance?
I think so. So we are going to continue our service with our concluding prayers, beginning with Aleinu on page 586, and I invite you to rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל בגובהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, page 591, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום
Please be seated.
Yes, go.
As we prepare to say the Mourner's Kaddish, I invite each of us to think of a family member, a friend, somebody who has been a blessing in our lives, who is no longer living. And let's just take a moment to think of one or two of those wonderful people. We continue with the Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayed kol Beit Yisrael, b'gola u'v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithale v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'elan min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran b'yalma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shalomo rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha, may the memories of all of our loved ones always be a blessing. Amen. Please be seated.
So what we're going to do, we're going to jump over Kiddush for right now.
Okay.
And we'll do our closing song.
But we're going to have Kiddush.
Well, we will have
We
Kiddush,
love
but
Kiddush.
maybe we'll all go into this brand new, beautiful sukkah that our executive director, Jessica Ingram, helped decorate today.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it's brand new sukkah for Temporary Shalom. It's our hope that we always have this new terrace here as a place to have a sukkah. So this is great, and it's wonderful to have you all outside. That's where you should be for Sukkot, right?
Absolutely.
It's really great. We should say there are a couple of announcements. Next Monday night is Erev Simchat Torah. So there is a program, I believe it's at 6, with a reception and the mixology.
Yes, it's an adult program.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
And then at 7 is our Erev Simchat Torah service. I'm not sure where it will be yet. We're still working on that. It's supposed to be beautiful out, so maybe we can actually have it outside.
That would be lovely.
Which would be great. So we're working on that. Any other announcements?
I don't think so. That's it. I'm announced out.
You're announced out. Okay, well, let's turn to page 664. We sing every Sukkot, we sing Turn, Turn, Turn by Pete Seeger. He came down from Mount Sinai with Moses singing
He lived
Turn,
a
Turn,
long
Turn.
time. He did.
He did.
And
he lived a long time, it's true.
He's a
And
good old socialist.
but this text, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, is traditionally read on the Shabbat during Sukkot. And so we've always sung it at our Sukkot service, Turn, Turn, Turn. So let's rise, let's stand up, sing with your best folk voices, Turn, 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 and then we'll make our way out to the Sukkah for the Kiddush, and you'll need if you want to follow along in the Kiddush, since it's a festival Kiddush, you'll still need your prayer books for that. Turn, Turn, Turn. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die. A time to plant, a time to reap. A time to kill, a time to heal. A time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down. a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time of hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven.
A benediction for Sukkot. Let the walls of our hearts be as easily moved as the walls of the sukkah that sway in the wind. Let the roof of our hearts be porous to tears as the roof of the sukkah that lets in the rain. Let the space in our hearts be open to guests as to Ushbizin, honored guests from the past who pass through each night. Let the beat of our hearts be a vital reminder that life here is transient, a temporary dwelling. Let the walls, left unsealed, and the roof with its lattice frame the cracks that will let in the light.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
We'll keep the streaming going. Thank you, Bob Suslowitz, for streaming here, and we're gonna turn our attention into the sukkah. So I think if you're on streaming, you'll be able to see us into the sukkah, and Frank, hopefully, you'll be able to hear me in here as we do the kiddush together. So
Page 386.
there are kiddush cups for everybody here in the sukkah, and now there is food. Look at that. Our Mashiach, Nathan, came through for us. I think we're still on camera here. Frank, can you hear me in the chapel? Okay, good. Wow, we have, not only do we have kiddush, but we have libations. Can I do the kiddush over the Sam Adams? So we're on page 386 is the kiddush. It's a festival kiddush, and if you want to, while I'm singing this, feel free to start taking some cups here, and there's alcoholic kiddush over here and apple juice over here. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'am veromemanu mikol hashon v'kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'titein lanu Adonai Eloheinu be'ahava moadim lesimcha hagim uzmanim lesason et yom chag hasukot hazeh zeman simchatenu mikra kodesh zecher Litziat Mitzrayim, Ki Evanu v'charta, Ve'otanu kidashta, Mikol ha'amim, U'moadei kodshecha, Besimcha u'v'sason, Hinechaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh Yisrael, V'hazmanim. Amen. In the Shechianu, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shechianu, V'kiyamanu, V'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. L'chaim, Chag Sameach, everyone. Thank you all on the streaming for watching. Chag Sameach. And Frank, thank you. Bob, thank you. And Jessica, thank you for making this beautiful, beautiful sukkah. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for the refreshment.
Yes, Nathan. Thank you all.